We are in Yokohama, and rather unusually for us, we're here with a bit of a business cap on our head for the second time on our trip. For we are here to visit the IJT, which is the International Jewellery Tokyo, as they call it. So we have our double W hat on. We only came in late last night off the Shinkansens, so we haven't seen Yokohama in the day, but already we're blown away with how expansive and how incredibly modern the city is. But before we get to explore the city, first we had to get into the exhibition hall. And on the Shinkansen today, another one. And we begin what is probably the longest journey for us, for the now anyway, as we leave Nagasaki and we're going up to Yokohama. And what's going to make it so long is that we have to change Shinkansens 3 times. So we're going on 4 different trains, which with our luggage is always a kind of bit of a mission. But it's a long one and it's going to be an adventurous one. Next stop, Yokohama. See my point? Travelling light. Not. And we all rush off one Shinkansen. And hopefully we cross the platform and there's the next Shinkansen, just like they said. Okay, that was hectic. How many minutes did we have between the train on that platform and this train?
3 minutes, which is 180 seconds. Voila! The right terminal and the right Shinkansen. Huh. Stress levels are boiling over. You have to come out with one ticket and then with another. And that's coming fast enough. Right, escalator, change of plan. And one of these two is hopefully ours. Do you realise how close we were? As we got on, they closed the door and started. I thought Shinkansen was supposed to be restful. We made it.
We made it, just literally up 1 escalator, 2 escalators, 1 lift, through terminal, out through the gate. It was crazy with that luggage. And as we hauled our luggage onto this one, they closed the doors and started the engines.
Got it clear from the conductor.
There's no messing around with these Shinkansen. Anyway, we've just left Hakata, which is Hiroshima, and now we're on the Shinkansen from Hiroshima, Hakata to Osaka.
We're by Kyoto.
By Kyoto. We don't get on. And then we still got 1 more round to go. Yep. Nice words. Okay. Train number 3.
5, 6.
Now we have to go and race once again and find train number 4. In the meantime, dark is upon us. What a day. We're now in Osaka, screaming through walking traffic with 6 minutes to get to the next train and the next terminal. I don't think I'm cut out for this. Onward. And even as we're running, the train's actually pulling in. And then the door opens for about 20 seconds. And best you get on this thing. They don't warn you about this. 4th bullet train of the day. And it's now dark outside. And Philly's laughing at me because I was so stressed today. I don't do this kind of thing very easily.
She was a real stress bunny. Even though there's still...
I am. But longest of travel days. But we finally got our 4th bullet train of the day. It's late, it's night. That's our last bullet train behind us. And we now got to find somehow a taxi to get to our hotel. I don't think walking at this time time of the night is a very good idea. No, enough travel. There go the doors of the bullet train, and any minute now, the thing is going to pull away, and we're going to stay behind in Yokohama. Inside IJT, International Jewellery Tokyo, it's an absolutely enormous. It goes on for about 2 or 3 aeroplane hangars filled with jewellery. The number one item here is pearls, 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 and more pearls. Interestingly, gold, you don't find any 9-carat anywhere except perhaps in South Africa and England. So it's 14 carat and 18 carat. And we're overwhelmed by the amount of designs. But you know what? Can't see too much heavy shopping going on here in our South African rand. But we're here all the way from Cape Town and loving every single minute of it, I must tell you. In a crowd of people waiting to pay in this incredibly expensive jewelry fair. We see this all around the show, that this lady here has got her cell phone in front of her, and then she's showing the jewelry underneath the cell phone and then talking like mad to somebody in goodness knows which part of the planet in order to make big decisions about jewelry purchasing today in Yokohama. Just by the way, the biggest digital PC camera, clocks, watches, techno, you name it, shop that we have found in Japan. It is something like 9 stories, and every story looks like this. Unbelievable, the sheer mass volume of retail pocket in this country. Okay, I think we're in the right place. Yep, Ramen Museum it is. It's fascinating. This whole building is 3 or 4 stories going down, not up. So we are absolutely on the bottom basement, about 3 basements down. And behind me you can see various ramen shops where you use a machine and you choose your ramen. And each ramen is dependent on ingredients and, importantly, geographical location. Originally, just as an example, Sapporo, which is up on Hokkaido, is known for its miso ramen. But you queue, like we're doing right now, and you choose your ramen, and then you go and you kind of try different ones. At least that's the theory behind it. We settled on the ramen shop that was called Ray Raken. Nope, can't tell you much about it except the queue was slightly shorter than the other. And one of these is ramen proper, as they call it, and the other one, by comparison, is like a Chinese wonton mixture. We thought we would compare the 2 broths. In 1859, a tiny little port called Yokohama changed life forever, and it became eventually one of the top 3 cities in Japan. At the time when the port opened up, merchants flooded in, and amongst the other world's merchants we have Chinese people who came. And today this Chinatown, which is the biggest in Japan, is as a result of that change in the history of Yokohama itself. This lady, she's made Halloween dumplings in theme for Halloween. This is one of my favorite things. They take fruit, normally strawberries or grapes, and they sort of make them into almost like toffee apples. Absolutely delicious. Can't say no to this one. Arigato. Yes. Sticky, delicious. It's cold. It's like a toffee apple, but strawberry. It was scrumptious, but I want to tell you one of the conundrums about Japan. Finished, and now you look for a trash can. Here's the headline. There are no trash cans anywhere in Japan. None. 0. So you have to sort of learn how to carry your own little plastic bags or something and carry them home again, except that I didn't bring one today, so I'm stuck with my stick. On our way to the
Sky Tower, I think they call it, in Yokohama. You cannot leave the city without getting up to the highest possible viewpoint. It's a thing. What can I tell you? In pursuit of the view, which we seem to have a habit of doing, we are now up at the highest viewpoint in Yokohama, which is the landmark tower and what they call the Sky Garden. And it's 69 floors up. But what's astonishing, it's got the most incredibly fast lift, 40 seconds to get up here to the 69th floor. But what a view. In most incredibly modern cities, astonished as how modern this place is. It's exquisite as it is, water edge. And right down there is the same Ferris wheel that we went on last night.
Welcome to the Grand State Theatre of Yokohama. Nope, not. We're at the Instant Cup Noodle Museum. Never seen anything like it. And I tell you something, noodles are very important, not just to Japan, but particularly to Yokohama. Soon after the Great Kanto earthquake, there was a shocking rice shortage, and kind of noodles and ramen made its entrance. Maybe not instant, that came later. And that's what we're here to find out about. Believe it or not, the Instant Cup Noodle Museum. I know, don't even ask. But look where noodles first appeared in history. Instant ones. How's that?
This is very unexpected and hilarious in the Instant Cup Noodle Museum. In this section, everybody is madly composing ingredients and mixing them and making their own noodles, and then hand drawing their own noodle containers for the instant cups. You might notice this is not a place for children. This is a grown-up, serious business.
We seem to have developed something of a mild addiction to Ferris wheels. There are so many of them everywhere we go in Japan. We're on the biggest one we've ever seen here in Yokohama, and they call it the Cosmic Clock. It does sort of light illumination shows at night and has a giant clock. It's so big, I think it's going to have the most incredible view, but it really is big. So, one way up, here we go. Which translates out roughly into number 151. Your order is ready.
There we go.
Wagyu beef.
Wagyu burger.
We're just figuring out the secret of why they didn't give us knives and forks in the first place. It's a thing here. They give you sort of like a pocket on your tray. And the idea is you're supposed to eat it like that without making a complete mess. We're underground mall again in Yokohama, in the underground railway station shopping mall. It is full-on modern, not like your regular railway station shopping centre. Phew, it's still underground, still by the railway station. It just goes on and on. It's like one of the biggest malls I've ever seen. And we're still underground. And we're still by the railway station. It's like an absolute rabbit warren of retail heaven. Japanese generally are very, very family orientated and children aware, but I thought this was so cute. And look at these teeny tiny little public bathrooms that I found. It's like Honey, I Shrank the Loop.